Yeah, hey Stefan, it's a joy to be united with you here in Portugal at Mitch Webber's place. Few of us have come together in the from the community, and we're just hanging out and having fun and taking this opportunity to do these little interviews. And I'm hoping that you're going to be able to help some of my subscribers understand how it's possible to actually get an online business up and running, even though you have a wife and 2 children and a job in the corporate world that's running you ragged. So a lot of my people are telling me they haven't got the time in their lives to do anything other than what they're already doing. They're fully committed, but you did it. So how did you do it?
It makes me laugh because I see that so often, and it was the same for me. Why have I done it? Because I was all tied with my life, and I wanted to have more free time. But actually, the biggest challenge for me was to find the time to set it up and get it running. So my normal work life was like, not so much a 9-to-5 job, but rather an 8-to-7 job, probably 60 hours a week, and then also working on the weekends. Originally, I come from software development, but grown up in the corporate world. Got promoted into management. In the end, was responsible for a whole department with 40 odd people reporting to me globally. So I was constantly on calls. Usually my day would be 8 hours of calls. And when I come back to my desk, checking my emails, I have 150 plus emails to answer. And that was every single day, plus sometimes on the weekend. And if I look now we're here in Portugal, I had a wonderful holiday with my family. For 3 weeks, we've been traveling the country. Whereas before I could only get max 2 weeks out. And usually before I got on holiday, in the evening, before I had to clear out my inbox, I was working till 2 a.m. in the morning. And when I come back, my inbox was full again. And after going through all of that, coming back at work after 2 days, I felt like I need another holiday. So, okay, now comes this opportunity with an online business, because I always thought there must be another way of earning an income than just, slaving away for a company. But obviously it takes effort. Yeah, it's hard work for some time. It's definitely worth it. Now, how can you figure out a way how you can, do the education, level up, learn new skills, and build something for yourself? And it's very easy to, just say, I don't have the time because, I don't have the time. But what I found is I checked my habits and I checked, okay, what is it that I'm doing on a daily basis? Obviously, a big chunk of my day is work. Then there's some family. I also have got a social circle, like friends. So for me, it was really looking at, okay, what am I doing in the evenings? And mostly I was watching for 1 hour, 2 hours. I was watching TV, Netflix or whatever. So I decided for myself, I cut down on this and instead I work on my online business. So for me, it was rather night shifts every day. But this was my secret recipe, how I made this work. And people usually overestimate what they can achieve in a week or a couple of hours, but they underestimate what they can do in a whole year.
Of course.
And if you only do that once, 1 hour per day for 5 working days every week for an entire year, is 240 hours, which is 6 weeks, 260 hours, 260 hours even, which is 6 weeks of working full time where you can fully commit to your online business and you get a lot of things done in that time. So that's what I've done. And then you might also think, oh yeah, but you had a hard day of work and family. How did you get the energy to do something else instead of just relaxing? Yes, I could have come home, take a glass of wine, kids are in bed, watch some Netflix, call it a day, because probably I was frustrated with the work that I'm doing. But now for myself, I found a way how I can convert the frustration from work into motivation, trying to escape out of this rat race and building something on my own. And this is what I've done. So, and over time, it was not just another chore that I got to do in the evening. I've got to complete these tasks and learn about these things, but it was more like things I was looking forward to that. It was a relaxation for me. It was like, okay, I can wind down and relax because I learned some new things and it's very interesting and it's really exciting. So that's how I managed to
I
make
mean,
it.
I mean, the fact that you were working all those hours and you were being denied a life outside of work was the very motivation to actually find, to make time.
Exactly.
It was important enough for you to be able to give up TV. I did exactly the same. I gave up TV. I gave up TV for 5 months to prepare and launch my business, and I've since disposed of the TV set. I do not waste any more time watching TV. And that equation, I heard that years ago. I don't know whether it was Jim Rohn or Brian Tracy, but somebody said, an hour a day, 5 days a week, 52 weeks a year is 260 hours. Divide 260 by 40, which is a 40-hour work week, and you wind up with 6.5 40-hour work weeks in a year. Just imagine how much you can achieve in that time.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So it's not that complicated,
no,
really. But you might have to cut a bit of TV out.
And I mean, the other option would have been, okay, I quit my job. I go all in, I put a certain amount of money that I can save aside, and I allow myself like 3 months full-time working on that, but I would be taking full risk. And feeding a family, I didn't really want to go down that route because it puts yourself under so much pressure. You gotta make this work in 3 months or in X amount of time. And I think rather embrace the process and don't look so much after time. And this way you can get it on the side, and if it takes 2 months longer, it doesn't really matter so much because you're still earning money and you're not making the big leap, which you might regret later or maybe not.
Yeah, so you've taken all the risk out of it as well. You're just investing your time. But you're building something of substance. Take the pressure off yourself. Give yourself the space to be thorough and methodical and work through the training, and don't feel stressed about it.
Exactly.
Yeah, I get it. It's got all sorts of advantages.
Yeah.